Computer boot sequence initiated. Accessing library computer data. NCC 10535. Starship Tempest.
Space. The final frontier. These are the missions of the Starship Tempest. Set between Captains Kirk and Picard, 5 friends stumble their way through their first role-playing game as the crew of this Federation starship, exploring strange new worlds, keeping peace in the galaxy, defending their keyboards from kids and cats, and going clumsily, if not boldly, where no one has gone before. Captain's Log Supplemental. We've begun our investigation, and the craft seems to be some kind of generational ship. Goodspeed and Holden are exploring the ship's engineering section, while Dr. Teal and I have moved into the habitat and attempted to make contact with the inhabitants. So far, we haven't found anybody who's in a very talkative mood. We're moving towards what seems to be the habitat's main tower, in the hopes that we can learn more there. When was the last time they used that drive?
Hundreds, if not thousands of years. The same amount of time as it seems like everything else has been dormant.
You said hundreds of years?
Hundreds or thousands of years.
Hundreds, if not thousands.
Huh.
We don't know, but it's been a while, Captain.
Well, I have a theory.
I thought you might.
What's your theory?
I'm going to conference call Teal into this.
She's standing right next to you.
Dude, they're always on speakerphone. Everyone is always on Vox.
Are we on Vox? My theory is that somebody built this ship to save a civilization from a planet, and they loaded as many people on as they could and sent them off into space to live, and this is what's left of those people. This is who has survived. This is who,
It's an arc.
Yeah.
So, Captain, if that theory is correct, we have to allow for the fact that the people who built this ship and gave it or gave it faster than light capability may not be the same people that are living inside of the ship.
That's what I think, yeah.
Agreed.
Maddox to Tempest. Eel, are you there?
Yeah, he's there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, it's my first day in command. I didn't know where the button was.
Right.
It turns out I pushed the wrong button, so I've just been.
I just fired some torpedoes.
I hope I don't hit you there. That was a mistake. Sorry.
What's up? What do you need?
I
mean, yes, sir.
I would like to reverse analyze the trajectory of this ship and try to determine its port of origin, if you could do that with the ship's sensors and computer.
Is that a thing I can do?
Yeah, if we could do what I asked for an hour ago, that would be great.
Yeah, sorry.
We did this already, didn't we?
Not port of origin.
I
Where it was
dunno.
going, we determined.
Yeah, it's forward trajectory, not which way it's been coming from.
Not back. Yeah, not where.
If only there was a way we could figure it out from that information.
All right. So what do I do?
Yeah, go ahead and do a. Let's see. I mean, it's difficulty 1, so control and science, with the ships, computers and science.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and 2 successes, right?
4 successes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You
Wait,
guys,
I'm only supposed to roll 1.
You're wasting a lot of momentum by not spending it because you're earning momentum back, but you're already topped off.
Oh.
Throw that out there.
Oh, that's too bad.
Give us all of the info we need then.
Yeah, give us all.
I should only have rolled 1.
Yeah.
No, there. The ship actually failed. I could only roll 1 because I'm the ship.
Oh.
Oh
Right?
yeah. Okay.
We still succeeded.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. So so the computer crunches the navigational data as best it can. Assuming that this ship has not changed course or speeds, or in the recent past of any kind.
For the recent 100, maybe thousands of years, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. Assuming in that period of time that you can sort of stretch back and read its existence, it has not changed course or bearing. It has come here on its trajectory from somewhere deep in the alpha gamma quadrant area. So somewhere in the border, in the area near the alpha and gamma quadrant, it's coming from that general direction.
But we can't at this point determine a system.
Right.
So that's like a half of the galaxy?
Yes.
A
You've
fourth.
narrowed it down its origin to half the galaxy.
Well,
Beautiful.
like, so really, I just did a scan and said it came from backwards.
Yeah, I mean, really, you took a line of the way it's going and then extended that line behind the ship, and that told you which half of the galaxy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're still following a line. So like we should be able to say where that line came from.
Right.
If you assume that it hasn't been running its faster than light travel since a couple 100,000 years, then
Yeah.
you might be able to get a decent idea of
Yeah.
where it came
Yeah,
from.
and the line comes from generally the area
Yeah.
near the border, the demarcation between the alpha
Yeah.
and gamma quadrants.
Backwards.
And does the line intersect with any or come close? What's the closest system along that trajectory? That backwards
Right.
trajectory.
I mean,
Nothing that has to do with the plot.
I mean, it's coming from beyond charted space, right? So that area, you may have very basic star chart stuff, but you don't have actual, real stellar cartography of the area that it's coming from.
Right.
So it's coming from uncharted space. That's the easy answer.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and probably in my theory, not Eel's theory, in my theory, it probably is coming from a planet that may no longer be inhabitable, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be true, but it seems like the thing we need to find out is like, are they aware of the technology? Because if they're not, then we just leave them alone. If they are, then we can make contact.
Well, so far they've panicked about the captain and myself.
Yeah.
Like different people are running away from us immediately, and I don't know if it's because
Well, they also haven't seen any new people in ever.
right.
Yeah.
In,
Right, but
in
even-
ever,
even-
yeah, there
even
are no
then,
new
though,
people.
10,000 people in a society, it's like you should come across people you don't know with some regularity. I mean, it shouldn't be stopping your tracks.
Well-
Look like Ensign Doe at the helm. You know.
But if everyone is split into districts and their own little areas,
I suggest you go to the tower.
Yeah.
The tower.
the tower.
We made that
We
joke.
already
I
made
know I
that.
did.
We have to do it every time.
But because it's Ryan's favorite joke, I try to make it as often as I possibly can.
All right. Goodspeed, Holden. You guys keep doing your thing. Teal and I will go investigate the city center.
And actually, as it turns out, as you guys look up towards the tower and decide, yeah, we really need to, that's a logical starting point, a whole group of 6 very unfriendly looking men in distinctly darkly colored uniforms. So they're distinctly wearing something other than the general peasantry population wardrobe. They're wearing secret police style uniforms. Yeah.
Oh, great.
And they
Great,
each in each of their hands is a baton that's about
How
the
quaint.
size of a normal police baton. But at the end of each of these batons is a cap that is sparkling with blue electricity.
Well, this'll go well.
Yeah. So they
Deal.
surround you. There's 6 to the 2 of you. What would you guys like to do?
Well, let's ask them. Hey,
That's not a question.
Captain,
how you guys doing today, huh?
Captain, how about them team dynamics?
Is there something I can help you with today?
And then one of them steps forward and he says, "You will come with us now."
Can I ask where we're going? We'll come happily. Can I ask where we're going?
He looks at you. He doesn't understand what you're asking. He steps forward and he raises his baton, kind of menacingly.
Yes, we will come with you. I show my hands in an offering of, hopefully, universally saying that I'm not trying to pose a threat here.
And you just flip them the space bird.
You actually just gave them the gravest insult in Xandaran society.
Oh God,
No. Okay, so
Xandar.
Xandaran.
Aha.
Which you don't know that that's their name yet. There's no reason you would. I just needed a name. So, okay, so they take you actually into the tower where you were intending to go anyway.
Hey,
And
so
they
were
lead-
we still on Vox when this happened? So
Yeah.
Holden and Goodspeed are aware?
Yeah. Okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always keep it on Vox for safety.
They did interrupt us while we were having a conversation. So
That's true.
Yes.
Initially, I was going to say that the communication was blocked between the habitat and the superstructure, but I let it happen anyway. So I'll let you guys have it.
Oh.
Anyway, they escort you into the tower. They lead you up to a level near the top, and they bring you into a large, very ornate, very clean and polished chamber with large windows that overlooks the city around it and has a pretty awesome view of the rest of the habitat, as it so happens.
Huh.
And there is a man sitting behind a desk there who looks older, looks in his like 60s or so.
Is he the king?
He has very gravitas. He has a lot of gravitas with both his robes and how he stands, and
He is very
his bearing.
gravitas-y.
He's the king.
Yes, he has great amounts of gravitas. And
Big king.
as they bring you in, he kind of stands from behind his desk and slowly walks around and regards you, but doesn't say anything at first. Just kind of trying to, get a measure of you. And the guards that brought you in, they're still all standing behind you.
Hi, are you the king? Let me have this.
Who are you? Where have you come from?
I'm Raije. This is Aurora. And
Hi.
we've come from nowhere.
I don't understand.
Where are we now?
What do you mean, where are you? You are here. You're in the world. You're on Zandara.
Zandara.
Do you not get a lot of visitors? How long have you lived here?
here at the Wall Street and Broadway. That was a National Treasure reference for those keeping track
Nice.
at home.
Damn it, you're breaking my flow.
Sorry.
How long have you all lived here? Have generations lived here?
We have always lived here.
Since when?
Who are you?
We're visitors.
What is this word? I do not know this word.
We
How
come.
about-
Go ahead.
I was going to say, how about you tell us more about you, and then we'll tell you more about us.
I don't answer to strangers like you.
What or whom do you answer to?
I answer to no one.
The king.
The people answer to me.
So you are their leader.
King!
I am the Otho, yes.
Otho?
I am Otho Genla. But you must know that.
I just wanted to hear him say, I'm the king.
What is king? I am Otho.
Well, your Otho-ness. Can you, just explain things to us as if we were children and we didn't understand where we ended up today?
You are here, and that's it.
This doesn't seem like the sharpest of societies.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm gonna go.
We are late, so we should leave, so that we don't miss our
Potluck.
potluck. Yeah, dinner. We don't want to miss supper, so we
And you
have to go now.
you turn around to walk out or to leave, and there's still 6 guards with their stun batons standing between you
right.
and the
Right,
exits. And they
Right. How do they handle this on the show when you can't break the prime directive? And I want to say many things. I have a. Is there any way that I could use my particular brand of
Space brain.
space brain telepathy to gauge what we could how we could explain ourselves without them being scared or upset, like some way to glean from him what he's hoping we will say?
Yeah, I mean, I'll let you do a regular telepathic task,
Okay.
and that'll give you whatever he's thinking off the top of his head.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be a difficulty 1. If you want to dig a little deeper, then you can do that as a difficulty 2. And then if you do it that way, then you can ask me a specific question, and I will answer it if I can. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Dig deeper.
What's this? Insight and...
Insight and command.
Okay.
You spend a momentum.
Yeah, I was going to say. Okay. And go.
Nice.
All right, you did it.
Ooh, 3
Okay,
successes.
you get that momentum back right away.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, so on the top of his head, he is, in fact, genuinely, sincerely wondering who you are. He knows you are not from the known universe as he knows it, which is the extent of the cylinder. He genuinely thinks that the extent of this habitat is the extent of his known universe. Is there anything deeper beyond that you would you want to probe specifically?
So maybe I want to know if he's hoping that we are going to say we're from a certain place, like if he's heard of something in stories or something that he's hoping I will corroborate and say like, oh yes, we're from Camelot or, wherever thing.
We're from Xanadu.
We're from Xanadu, yeah.
No, there's no hope in his, there's nothing that he's hoping
no
for.
hope.
There's nothing that he's hoping for specifically.
There's no hope in his eyes.
In fact, you're getting a very strong feeling of fear and being threatened. Like he's very threatened that the control he has is about to be the control that he has and the order that he is responsible for is about to be destroyed by whatever chaotic elements that the two of you represent.
I see. We are not here to step on any toes or get in your way. We're not here to bother you or your society at all. We're just here to visit and to see what life is like here. That's all.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else?
Captain?
No. No, I want to see his response to that.
Okay. He's thinking about it. He's trying to put it together. And there's just no way for him to put the pieces together in a way that they make sense. Like ultimately, fundamentally, he knows the extent of his universe and you guys are coming from outside of that somehow, and that is physically impossible. So he's trying to process this. He looks both of you up and down. He notices the equipment, the gear that you're carrying, your tricorder and your phasers and your communicators.
Oh.
And then
We didn't hide all that in our garb?
He didn't say anything about hiding it.
Whoops.
And so he notices those.
I mean, do we really have to spell that out? This is a first contact mission. We wouldn't have been just brandishing weapons. Like, we probably would have them on. I didn't know that was something we had to say, oh, we're tucking them inside of our cloaks or whatever. I thought that was sort of implied.
I don't know. See, I would say like a phaser would be tucked away for sure.
You're making the assumption that we brought them with us in the first place. We never said that we brought them with us. So if you're going to assume that we bring them with us, then we can assume that we had them, tucked away.
You definitely brought the communicator and tricorder because you've used both of those. And then phaser type 1, I think, is standard equipment. So based on, according to the rule set, it's assumed that you guys have those with you at all times. And then if you want to say, well, I want to bring a type 2 phaser, then you have to declare that before you go on the mission.
Oh, yeah. I see. That's
so having a type 1 phaser on you is automatic and assumed.
Regular, yeah.
But the type 1 phaser is can fit in your pocket.
It's small and easier to hide. That's true.
So it's in my pocket.
Yeah, okay.
We'll do it this way then. The guards, the secret police, advance on you.
Oh dear.
2 of them grab each of you and restrain you, while 2 of the other ones start to pat you down and search you.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you one chance to, react in some way before they actually find the stuff.
Okay. I shake my way free of them before they get a firm grasp on me, and I actually do take out my phaser.
Okay. You will call that attack. So that as a melee.
A melee.
A melee.
It's a melee, Brian.
Let's see. So the character is making a non-lethal attack. The attacker attempts a task determined by the type of the attack. So it doesn't say which one is ranged and which one is melee. I think the first one is melee. Okay. Or melee, sorry. Messed that up.
No, it's a melee.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up this dude. He's going to make a melee attack on you.
Melee.
Daring and security. Difficulty 1.
Whoa.
An
wait,
unarmed
sorry.
strike. What the hell just happened?
I hit the combat roll instead of the task roll. Sorry.
He unarmed headbutt me, kneed me in the crotch, bent me over, picked me up, threw me on my back, kicked me while I was down.
Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I did this wrong. It's an opposed task. So the way this will work is we'll both make a daring plus security roll against each other,
Oh.
and whoever rolls better wins the task. So basically, he's going to try to grab you,
Wins the day.
Oh god, I really got to improve my security.
and I'm going to spend some threats.
All right, I will roll. I will spend a momentum and roll. Whoa, that's not going to be easy to
Oh,
beat.
what just
Yeah,
happened?
that's 5.
Okay, so
Well, I said I'd roll. I said I
5
was
with
only
one
gonna
critical fail, though.
spend-
Oh. 2 bagels.
2 bagels. Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
Just
And
2
two-
successes.
2 successes to 5 successes. So he successfully grabs onto you
Womp
and
womp.
restrains you and holds you down, while the other 2 of the
I
other
have to do that too?
if you want to do that roll, yeah.
I don't want to just be grabbed. I'm gonna fight.
Okay. I'm gonna spend momentum again.
Sorry. What things do I? What attribute?
Daring and security.
Daring and
Daring
security.
and security. Ugh. I do not have high things for either of those. Oh my god.
Wow.
I
Wow.
I tried and I tried to fight and I kicked myself and then fell on my own head.
He grabbed you from behind, and you tried to like kick backwards at him, and ended up kicking yourself literally in your own ass.
and there was some flatulence. There was some definite flatulence.
Yeah, that's the critical fail right
Yeah.
there.
Oh god.
Okay, so they grab you. The other guards, secret police, pat you down. They find your various equipments, your phasers, your tricorders, and your communicators. They pull them off. They gather them up, and they take them over to the Otho. Why don't we, at this moment, cut back to Holden and Goodspeed?
Now, because that there was a critical in there, but we don't pay attention to complications or threats because that was an opposed task.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to apply a complication there because
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything else is complicated
Because
enough.
you failed
Exactly,
so
yeah.
badly.
What else could go wrong?
Okay, so Holden and Goodspeed are still exploring the engineering section. What are you guys up to at this moment?
Yeah.
Well, when we heard them get taken, we made our way back that way.
Okay.
Or at least I did.
Yeah.
I'm security, so I was like, we're gonna go
Oh, yeah.
go to where they were.
No, I'm following you, but as we're running, I'm looking for any sort of console that may give any indication of like some sort of recorded log from the people who built this thing.
We need insight into their culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Go ahead and do a insight engineering task, difficulty 2.
okay. Holden, you want to assist me on this one, or are you too busy running off to save the day?
I'm assuming I'm running off and like making my way that way. So if you're doing that, then
Okay.
like I'm probably not paying enough attention.
Okay, fine. Then I will just use a momentum to roll 3 dice, and
Do it.
Nice.
and I have 3 successes.
Yeah,
Nice, well
3
done.
successes.
Okay, so that momentum comes back.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of my talents is technical expertise.
Okay.
Where are we now in momentum?
6. 6 out of 8.
Yep.
So you don't see any console that seems that would have some kind of cultural database to it. However, you do discover essentially the controls, the basic controls of the ship's navigation and operation. And one in particular jumps out at you as apparently the cylinder habitat, the roof of it is retractable.
Huh.
So you could actually, withdraw the roof.
Vent everyone
That-
into space.
Isn't that a bet? Okay, so I'm no big city space lawyer, but that seems like
With a transparent ceiling, so the air would not rush out of the ship, but that
Yes.
the dome
it's
would
the genocide
uncover,
button.
yeah, to reveal
space.
a view of the stars.
Okay, for night games.
So that's the control that you discover.
Okay, great. I am looking for. That's gonna blow everybody's mind. I think we're probably. I mean, I don't have comm with the captain because they're in the middle of getting arrested, right?
And they took our communicator.
Yeah, so they no longer have their communicators on them.
Right. Let's see. So hold it. Let's see. Good speed to hold it.
I mean, I'm still within earshot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, buddy.
Like we're walking together.
I think I can open up the dome and they can see space.
Well, that would probably surprise them.
That would probably surprise them quite a bit. Just a little thing for our back pocket.
Gotcha. Do you want to like have that on a button or something?
Is there? I can probably link it to my tricorder.
Ooh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Holden immediately stops running and then like sort of casually walks backwards towards where
Yeah. I like that.
So, to the DM, I would like to link my tricorder to this here console so I can press a little button and open up the dome.
Okay. It's gonna make that a reason engineering task difficulty 3. It's gonna be pretty tough.
Okay.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna help with that one though.
Yes, you are, because now you're interested and now you've bought into it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm going to use 1 momentum to get up to 3 dice, and then why don't you use a momentum to get another dice on your end?
Actually, sorry. We had been playing that wrong before when we let assist helpers use momentum. If you are assisting, you actually can't use a momentum or any other way to increase the amount of dice. You can just roll 1 dice.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, that's fine.
What's
All right.
what's the things again? Control and engineering, you said?
Reason and engineering.
Okay. All right, I have 2 successes,
2?
and it's up to you. Hey!
Oh,
Nice. You got
Holden
it.
with the
Okay.
win.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. So together you're able to tie the controls for the ship's retractable roof into
What a
the
team.
tricorder that you have on you.
Okay,
Holden and Goodspeed.
But to be clear, Goodspeed's tricorder, not Holden's.
got it.
Yeah.
Just one of the tricorders.
Yeah. And is there anything else I can get out of this console that is an old file that I can look at with like an old notepad file of
Hey, so what's the status of transporters in all of this?
You guys could beam back from the superstructure. You can't beam back from the habitat.
Okay.
So in order to beam back to the ship, you have to be in the superstructure to do so.
Or can we beam over some pattern enhancers and take them with us?
Ooh, that's some forward thinking.
You could. That would cost momentum because that would be basically you would be creating an advantage for yourself. So in order to do that, you have to spend momentum.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Does this ship have transportation or transporters?
It does not. No.
I'll bet if they have transporters, they don't have them inside the cylinder section, unless it's behind,
Right.
Uncle Buck's country janitorial service.
How are these people eating? Is there water and
There's farmland.
There's farms.
farms inside of a thing, though?
Where we're going, we don't need farms.
Okay, so if you want to spend 2 momentum, you
That's
can.
a lie.
Wait, did the price just go up?
No, to create an advantage is to spend 2 momentum.
Okay.
2 momentum. The price did just go up.
Yeah.
What do you mean it went up?
I think Brian just referenced the rules. Is what
Oh.
I-
Yeah.
Don't stand up for Brian. That's my job.
How many momentum do we have left?
If you spend those 2, you have 3 left.
I mean, it's the choice between that or we have to get to the nearest turbo lift door.
Well, the other thing I'm wondering is once the dome is open, would we have transport capability?
That's a good question. A question for which I have no answer.
Sure. Okay. But so I'm wondering if we could find a way to like just crack the dome open, just to see if we could get a sensor lock.
Crack the dome? You want to crack it a little bit?
Yeah. Like just a very small amount that would be unnoticeable to everybody else,
Okay.
but would allow us to see if we could penetrate with sensors or transporters.
Let's. Sure. Let's try it.
Nope, can't do it.
Ah, God damn it!
It's a garage door openers type of situation where you press the button and it goes up, and you press the button again and it goes down.
Okay.
Can you unpower the garage door in the middle?
And now they're watching it open and shut a bunch of times, and they're like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Yeah. Although I guess there are some garage doors that if you press the button again, it stops in the middle. But,
Yeah.
But this is not one of those. This is not that advanced technology.
Well, this is not a craftsman.
So should we? I mean, I'm assuming if we get pattern enhancers, we have to like then take them with us. Are you gonna make us have to like carry those gigantic pattern enhancer thingies that we see in the show?
Yeah, like those will be what you're carrying.
Yeah, I don't like this idea anymore.
Yeah.
So unless it's a a specific situation, it won't mechanically translate into anything being more difficult. But yeah, you'll have a backpack with these things on. And if you like try to do a marathon run from one end of the cylinder to the other, then yeah, that'll probably have an effect on what you have to roll. But otherwise, it won't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Do we think it's worth it?
Nope.
I'm more thinking about like if we have to shoot our way out, then
Yeah.
I would like the momentum to shoot people.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
Preparing to shoot these medieval people?
Yeah.
So
They're
let's
very
just.
civilized.
Yeah.
So no
At
transporter.
least I've got my clicker now.
Yeah.
You got your what now?
My clicker. I call it my clicker.
Your
clicker.
the clicker.
Not
Okay.
the clicker.
So you guys.
Ryan is solving a kid emergency.
Okay.
Not emergency. Probably just a the Wii stopped working.
Not a kid emergency. A kid emergency.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Yes.
Make sure we put the right emphasis on the right syllable.
On the right syllable. Yeah. A kid.
I shot a kid.
Alright, so I'm assuming me and Goodspeed have to like go down the turbo lift and go into the area, right?
Yep.
All right, so let's do that then.
Let's do it.
Okay. Wait. What did you decide to do?
We're going to get you.
Oh, you're coming to get us. Oh, good.
Coming to get you.
They're coming to get us, Ryan. All right.
Okay, you
What was
ride.
the emergency?
You ride the turbo lift down. Hang on, a second. Fruit punch went down the wrong pipe.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's also the kid emergency, I think.
Yeah.
Brian is choking on fruit punch which is the leading cause of death of children 7 through 8.
It's a Brian emergency.
That's a different, yeah. It's not a Brian emergency, but a Brian emergency.
Okay, you guys take the turbo lift down. It deposits you into the same janitorial closet that they arrived in.
All
But
right.
the door is still open. The store is still empty. The old man is nowhere to be seen.
I would have liked it if he was still there.
He's still
Oh,
hiding.
go get him.
If this were like a computer RPG from the 90s, then he would have been like back there
He
in the
would be
exact
back
same
in the
spot.
same spot, yeah.
And react exactly the same way. Anyway, but no, this is
Yes.
not that. So,
This is real life.
and yeah, off to the left is out to the street. Off to the right is the back of the store.
And how far are we from the tower?
2 or 3 blocks.
The tower.
The tower.
The tower.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
Okay.
Great movie.
It is. I actually have watched it recently, so. Because they still had their comms until they fought back, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So I guess we just make our way to the tower.
Okay. The tower.
The tower. No, I'm sorry. That's probably too much even for us.
Sorry, I don't get the joke. I haven't watched Tangled in a while.
Okay. You guys run up to what is very clearly the main entrance to the tower, and there are 4 guards, all with stun batons, standing by the main entrance.
We yell up to Rapunzel.
They are out of your shot. They're high enough that they're out of your shot.
I'm assuming we try to like find another way in besides the main entrance. So
You guys just gonna stun some folks?
no, I'm looking for a sneaky way in.
Oh, sneaky. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Step 1, sneaky. Step 2, stun some folks.
All right. Well, let me put it this way. So, because as I've just described it, you guys are standing in front of the main entrance in full view of the guards, but I won't make you do it that way.
Well, I also said that we
You're
were going
like,
to sneak up to it. I didn't say that we were going to go run to the front entrance in front of the guards.
With a sign saying, "Hey, where are our buddies?"
It was spelled with a Z.
So can we sync up as a team here a little bit? What's our goal at this point, besides rescuing the captain and Dr. Teal?
Yeah. So I think that because of your theory, Goodspeed, that the Prime Directive would still absolutely apply here, and we have to operate as such. So we cannot reveal ourselves to be of. We can't affect the way that their culture will progress forward. What I wanted to do was was to try to figure out if and what their culture is. Like, that's why I wanted to go to a church or a library earlier, but we got arrested before we could do that. So if you guys could make
Like
your
you
way
did.
Yeah,
to,
that's what I'm thinking. We head ourselves to a church, if we can do so, and just kind of strike up conversation.
So my thinking on this, I have two thoughts. One, right now I'm working on the assumption that they're gonna, if anybody sees us, they're gonna know that we're not part of the society.
Correct.
Because like clearly we can't just talk to anybody, because the second anybody sees us, they're gonna flip out the same way they did before.
Right.
Also, if they have stun batons, they have electricity. So nothing outside has seemed to indicate that. It's been like a Renaissance fair, but they clearly have technology above what is like presented just by looking around.
Yeah.
So my question is whether or not like they may be living like this, but maybe they are still using the technology of the ship somehow. Like we said that there are little access ports and stuff around the ship, so maybe they're still utilizing the technology. They're just not like living with it the same way we do.
So, one of the places that a society would put some of its best technology is in their hospital facilities. May I suggest,
Ooh.
and this isn't a super nice idea, but it will get it done. If we just kind of hide somewhere,
If we just kind of injure somebody.
we just kind of sniper somebody with just a stun, and they collapse in the middle of the street, then we watch where they take them and follow those guys and see what they do about it. If we want to get a feel for their technology.
that's an option too.
There's also, are there any of the, sorry, this is, to Brian, is there any of those, I mean, we saw all of the different technology ports on the schematic when we pulled it up earlier. Are we near any one of those, or can one of those be near us? So we can investigate one of those?
Oh, Brian left hours ago.
Oh, yeah. he drowned in fruit juice.
Old man Brian burned down 10 years ago.
Brian, are you okay?
Brian?
He's really not. He's
Brian?
He's literally not there. He's not on the Skype call anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! Whoops! Oh god! Oh Mal, you big idiot!
So maybe a 5-minute break while we try to get in contact with Brian?
Hi everybody, Editing Ryan here. As you just heard, we lost Brian for a little bit during this episode, and once again, when we got things squared away, Brian's input had switched from external mic to internal mic. So you'll be dealing with a slightly lesser quality in Brian's audio for the remainder of this mission. The rest of us don't really have an excuse for our bad audio, it's just the way that we are. So, that being said, let's take you back.
All right, so now that Brian is back and you can answer my question.
Yeah, shoot.
I wanted to ask, we looked at the schematic and you said that we saw that there are things like replicators and data ports around the interior of the thing.
Oh, they have replicators.
So I'm assuming,
I missed that part.
is there one near us, or can there be one near us so we can investigate that? Because I would like to find out if they're using more advanced technology than what it looks like on the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will definitely say that there are like those computer terminals I mentioned near your position.
Yeah, that was the...
As far as the replicators, though, they are not in the city, the densely populated center that you are in. You would have to go further out into the farmland area.
That's fine.
The nearest one of those.
A computer terminal is fine. I just wanted to see, again, I want to see if they're using the technology. And since we couldn't get a read on anything from outside the cylinder, now that we're in, I want to see if we can get access and like figure out if they're using current technology. Like, are they aware of it? So
sure. Okay. Yeah. So there's what looks like a computer terminal station.
On our way to the tower, there's a computer terminal on the side, and we go, "Hey,
conveniently enough, yep.
This looks like a computer terminal. Let's investigate this."
Yeah, it's built into the wall of a building, kind of like a cornerstone aspect of a thing, and it's just a plate of smooth black glass that is not lit up, doesn't seem to be active in any way. It looks just like what an LCARS panel or a computer panel on the Tempest would look like if it were powered down.
Hey, good speed. Take a look at this.
Yep. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm looking at it.
Thanks. Let's try and make it work.
All right. I'm good with, doing that.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to try and make it work.
Okay.
And I'm helping.
Let's do control and engineering, difficulty 2.
All right. So,
Okay.
hold on.
I will roll 1 because I'm helping.
Yes. So I am going to go ahead and use that talent then.
The jury rig?
Yeah, jury rig, since I haven't used it yet.
I don't remember what it does.
It's for repairing a unit. If you're trying to repair something, it drops the difficulty down by 2.
When I activate jury rigging, must I immediately spend 2 momentum to let it last 2 additional scenes, or can I activate jury rigging again? Oh, I see what it's saying. Okay.
What's going on?
No, I was just checking the rule on...
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and use your jury rigging talent.
All right.
I said it was difficulty 2, and the talent brings it down by 2. Is that right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So it's automatic. If you want to roll, you can do it to get momentum back if you want.
I did. And both, we
Okay.
had 2 successes total, so we should get back 2 momentum.
Okay. Now, a reminder that because it's jury rig talent, it will only last for this one scene.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, so you pull the plate of the panel off, and you're able to dig around into the circuits of the thing and reactivate it. And there's now some power running through it.
What's our momentum?
You're pretty full up, 7 out of 8.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, so now we have access to this. So yeah, I want to find out if the systems within the cylinder are being used by the people who live here.
Okay. There are computer panel stations like this all over the habitat, both in the cities and in the the farmland and open spaces. None of them appear to be active, other than the one that you are at. There are also, they're not exactly replicator stations, but they're some kind of synthesizer machines or entry points that seem to supply material from the level underneath what is the surface of the habitat. So there's some kind of machinery or manufacturing capacity essentially underground in respect to the habitats that generates all sorts of things. Air, water, it recirculates the various necessities of life. It also provides like a nutrient food source. And it even, weirdly enough, seems to artificially grow some kind of animal beast of burden type creature and then injects that and,
Spits
deposits
out.
that into the civilization. Yeah.
A creature?
Yeah.
Like it
Cows.
replicates a living being?
More space cows.
Yeah. So it's sort of like in vitro produces some kind of cow or horse like creature and
It's a complicator.
Oh,
Yeah.
a complicator.
and introduces that into the habitat at various points. But it doesn't do that within the city. Those only exist outside.
Okay, so it's
city.
basically giant life support.
So when you walk up to it and you go, tea, Earl Grey hot, it just gives you a cow.
Yeah, it gives you a horse cow.
So, how many people live out in the farms? Like, could we have said we're from one of the farms and they would have bought that?
I don't think you know. I think more people live in the city, and less people live out in the version of the countryside. But I don't think you can really nail it down in terms of it's 62% of the population is here and
Yeah, but like,
12% of the population is there or whatever.
maybe not recognizing us, we could have said, "Oh, we're from out in the farmlands."
Well, we didn't even say anything to the first guy. We just said hi, and he ran away.
Well, no, that's true.
Okay, so we've got, and those sort of like stations around are active and currently working.
Yes, you mean the synthesizer stations?
Yeah, the synthesizer stations are working, but none of the consoles appear to be active. So like it doesn't
Correct.
look like they are using the ship in any real way.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, from what you can tell, the population is not actively using the more advanced aspects of the ship.
Okay, so
But they were at some point.
what do you mean?
Like those things were designed to keep a civilization alive. Like, here's more food, here's more resources, here's more, And if they had less and less, then
That could be, yeah.
know,
You're just wondering why the population is
what-
dwindling.
Yes,
If it's dwindling.
if it's dwindling. But, like, yeah, right. I don't know how to tell how many people were originally on there.
So what systems do I have access to in this panel?
Internal sensors. You do have the retractable roof, but that's from the tricorder, not from this panel.
Just mine. I only got that one. I'm the only one with that.
Yeah.
Goodspeed's on it. So I would like to, if there is a way, I would like to see if we can use the internal sensors to find our crewmates. I'm assuming that physiologically the aliens, even if they look like us, are not exactly like us. So I would like to use the internal sensors to try and find the two people like us.
Yeah. Okay.
And since we know they're in the tower, I'll direct it directly there and try to narrow it down.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let you have that. Basically, this is a monitoring station, so you can't really do anything with the station, but you can
Okay.
see what's going on. So yeah, you get a full kind of status of where the population is, and that includes the population within the tower. And there's two blips or two data blips on the status that the computer doesn't really know what to make of, right? Because it's only really designed to monitor the people that are living here, and it's got these two things that are not the same as the people that live here, and it doesn't really know what to do with them.
Okay. So we know where they are at this point then.
Yeah, and they are in the tower, and they're towards the top of the tower in the top 2 or 3 levels.
Are they wearing iron masks? Okay. And how many people are in the tower? Like, I'm assuming this is not like a we can go beat everyone up and just go get them type of situation.
Right. There are dozens of people there.
Okay. Well,
I still recommend trying to go to a church or the hospital, or just trying to get more of an insight on their culture so that we can later use that to our advantage in negotiating or in creative problem solving,
yeah, I think I'm with that. We were making our way to the tower and saw a computer terminal, and
Yeah.
Goodspeed is technically the commanding officer in this situation.
Yeah, exactly. I think that my concern is to get the crewmates out, because I know it would be good to find out about this place, but I'm more concerned with saving the crew, and we can find out about how this place works later. And maybe along the way, as we're fighting people, we'll learn about them.
The real fight we had was the friends we made along the way.
Right. So my vote is let's go to the tower.
The tower?
The tower.
The tower.
Rapunzel.
Okay.
Oh, Rapunzel.
So we have circled back to what you guys were originally going to do a while back, which was sneak into the tower somehow. Is that right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now, is we're looking for a back door.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and do a...
But we've also bypassed later where you say that we don't know where they are, and now we have to look for them.
That's true. That's fair. Okay. So to sneak around the building and try to find an entrance, we're going to call that a task. Difficulty 2. Going to be daring and security.
All right. So we're both a part of this. Are we both, how do we roll this?
Yeah, I think this was going to be the same way. If you remember from Entropy's Demise, where to make it from one end of the corridor to the other, everybody had to do the same task.
Everyone had to roll?
I think it's got to be that way, where you both have to succeed, and if one of you fails, then one of you gets caught.
What's the difficulty?
2.
Okay. So I'm going to spend a momentum and roll 3 dice.
Okay.
Oh, balls.
What about you, Holden?
I'm gonna not.
Spend a momentum?
Yeah, I'm just gonna chance it.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I have any focuses or anything that would help me out here, but I don't think there is.
Hey.
I succeeded.
But you succeeded anyway. Okay. So you sneak around the perimeter of the base of the tower.
Wait, what do I... Wait.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Right, I know. Hang on. I'm getting there.
Okay.
You look for an entrance, and Holden, you do spot a back entrance. However, Goodspeed is maybe 20, 50 yards away, and before he can cross the distance to you, Goodspeed is spotted by some of the secret police guys with their stun batons. So they close in on Goodspeed. Holden, you are at the door, and you can sneak in to the back of the place if you want to, or you can stay there.
I share a look with Goodspeed to see if if he wants me to come try and help him or sneak in.
I shoot you a look back of, you go, save yourself.
Okay, I do so without thinking about it past that point.
Ouch.
Okay, so Holden sneaks in. Four secret police dudes come up to you, Goodspeed, and surround you. They've got their stun batons out, and the caps on them are crackling with electricity. Just
a good experiment might be to see how strong those batons are. Just saying, Goodspeed.
Well, no, that's not a great experiment, but I could fight them, like, with my fists.
Fisticuffs.
You could. You also have a phaser.
Yeah, but is that going to throw off the Prime Directive?
That's up to you.
I mean, if they've got crackling electricity, then, lasers is not that far ahead of that. That's what I've decided.
I am hidden inside and watching.
Yeah.
Sort of amused and curious what he's going to do.
Sort of amused.
Sort of amused.
What does the Prime Directive say about me shooting these guys with my my laser gun?
Don't.
Oh, yeah, Brian was going to say something. You were like,
If they
say
just get
something about it.
stunned.
Yeah, so I was about to inject just a little bit of food for thought about the Prime Directive, which is that, yes, it says to not interfere with the development of a underdeveloped or not sufficiently developed society. However, some people interpret the Prime Directive to mean that must be a dynamic and living society. It can't be a static society that is forced into a static state by some outside artificial means. And so...
Oh,
Hot dog,
interesting.
that's my loophole.
There's a couple of instances. James Kirk was a big fan of this particular loophole because there's a couple of original series episodes where that's the justification he uses to just totally fuck up a primitive society that is being controlled by some computer or whatnot. He goes, nope, computer's in charge. It's not growing, so Prime Directive doesn't apply. So if you guys,
but every ARC ship episode has been pretty clear.
that's a potential line of logic that you can go down if you choose.
Well, this is Goodspeed's decision.
Yeah, exactly, which is why I'm going to start shooting.
Okay.
Me versus them.
Yet again, Holden has been a bad influence on Goodspeed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to remind you, there's 4 of them surrounding you at the moment.
Yeah, so is there some sort of an area attack I can make?
There is.
Or you could distract them.
Do you have a smoke bomb?
Or a dome bomb.
Oh, a dome bomb. I can pull a Biff. What the hell is that?
Except it would be completely literal.
Can you please roll for Biff? What the hell is that?
I do believe your phaser does have an area effect, right?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Most of them
Phone
do.
phaser,
Area
yeah.
spread.
Yeah.
Ah.
So an area effect, if you roll any effect die.
You know what?
Yeah.
Brian, you can stop talking.
Okay.
Because at this point, for narrative effect,
Yeah.
here's what I do. I look at the 4 baton-toting jagweeds in front of me, and I say, if you strike me down, or if you attempt to strike me down, I will bend the sky itself in my rage.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
I like it.
And they stop and they look at each other rather confused for a moment. And then they look towards the lieutenant, the one of them in charge. And
Now
then
you know who's in charge.
And then I hold up the tricorder, which they've never seen before,
Yeah.
just so they can see it.
Oh, as a threat. Okay.
Yeah, this is my skybender.
And okay, they're going to charge.
On the side, he replaced it to say Skybender 2000.
They're going to charge and try to make a melee attack and try to knock you down.
Melee.
I press the button.
No, they're going to make the attack first, and then if they fail,
Okay.
Melee, Brian.
Oh, you know what, Tara? I see where their confusion is. You think I'm saying the French word for hand-to-hand combat. What I've actually been referencing is the Andorian martial arts. That
You
is
loser.
very integral to
Brian?
Andorian martial history
Brian?
tradition. 2 entirely
Brian
different
Louise.
things. Just
Brian, you need me.
More than I need you.
no, the other players in your party need you.
Well,
Okay. So the lieutenant is going to make a dive for you. He's going to make an unarmed strike, and that is a difficulty 1, but I'm going to spend threat to do it. I only have 3, but that gives me 2 extra dice. Roll the task.
Whoops.
And 3 bagels. Okay, so this is an opposed task. So Goodspeed, go ahead and roll a
1 success.
daring and security
3
yourself.
bagels. 0.
Daring
0.
and security.
0.
With however many dice you want.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Double goose
Oh,
egg.
more
What the
bagels.
hell?
It's just a
Wow.
bagel party.
Okay.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
So Brian, out of curiosity, like the last time we did melee attacks, it was control and security.
No,
you're-
range
because it's
attacks are
physical.
control and security.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be maybe fitness and security then? I'm just not sure why it's daring. I'm just confused as to why it's.
I don't know either, but I
What?
have the GM board in front of me, and that's
Oh, interesting.
what it has.
All
Yeah.
right.
So I'm just reading it off of that.
Darren, do.
I think it's because it's it's a hand-to-hand thing. It's it's like the saying everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. It's your ability to still have that plan.
Well, I had neither.
I don't know
Okay.
that saying, but
So the I think it's Muhammad Ali. I think is
Tyson.
everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face.
anyway. So the dude made a die for you. He succeeded because you rolled more successes than you did. By which I mean
Despite tripping
1-0.
on his own feet.
Yeah. And so then we rolled the effects. He did roll an effect, and the effect on this is a knockdown. So he manages to tackle you to the ground. Your tricorder slides out of your hand and skitters across the pavement a little bit. One of the other secret police guys grabs it and picks it up. And you are tackled to the ground.
Oh dear,
This is going great, guys.
this is ending badly.
Holden shakes his head in disappointment.
We hope you enjoyed listening to part 2 of Above the Highest Sky. Will Holden help the rest of his crew escape the clutches of the mysterious Otho? Will they unravel the enigma of the Ark ship? Will Brian lose his internet connection again? Report in to find out next time on Star Trek Tempest. Until then, it is our custom to take a moment to thank you, our listeners. You've created a wonderful, growing community that helps keep our crew excited to give you more adventures on board the Tempest. So thank you. If you're new to the show and haven't followed us on social media just yet, you can find us on all the platforms under the handle Starship Tempest. We're also excited to say we're looking into making merch available for purchase. If you're interested in that possibility, please consider becoming a Patreon donor. To do so, visit our page at patreon.com/Starship Tempest. Every little bit will help make that and other fun ideas a reality. Besides, you can find fun perks available to you by becoming a patron, including early episode releases, access to our Discord page, and more. We'd really appreciate it. For now, as always, be safe, be kind, and we'll see you out there.